That's right. So, I mean, you're talking about a lot of information, though, and it's coming in from multiple sources. Is this a big data application? Is that how you would describe it?
Well, you know, in many of the things that we'll discuss, everything is relative.
Right.
And so big data for some people is small data for others, and is huge data for even another set of people. And again, I'll always contrast this with the equities market. In the equities markets, we were talking about petabytes of data. Right. Most people would think that that's big data. We are not yet, at least in our firm, not in the petabyte range, right. But we're certainly in the multi-terabyte range. And so, like everything else, it's just a question of time, because there's always the possibility of generating more data. Right. The faster the markets get, more data is generated. And someone is always there to process it and store it and make it available and add value to it, right. To provide it to people that are interested in using it to do their business, purchase it, whatever makes sense.
So there's a lot of data, and you've got to access it very quickly. You know, in the history, I guess, of IT, the bottleneck has shifted historically between the end device, the PC or the server or whatever, and the network. Where's the bottleneck today? Network or end device?
The bottleneck is, it can be many of those things. The bottleneck can be the network, although building big enough pipes for the network is usually just a question of money. It's not a technological challenge. But if you follow it along the path of the messages, you have to have ultra-fast storage for storing and retrieval. You have to have sufficiently fast processors, or at least banks of multiple processors, so you can process things in parallel. And then, of course, the interfaces between the processor and the network, and the processor and the storage, you would like those to be ultra fast as well. So in many of the things that we would be working on and other institutions are working on, you'd like to tune your software, the software you've built yourself, to make it as fast as possible. But you'd find that more of the payback, removing those bottlenecks, is in the infrastructure surrounding it.
Right. Okay. And I mean, is that an ongoing process, or do you set it up and then you can kind of walk away from it for a couple of weeks, or you find it's just something which is always being tuned, always being changed?
It's always being tuned, and there seems to be no limit other than the speed of light for the request from customers to say, make it faster, make it faster, make it faster. So you're always looking for opportunities. Now, firms like ours don't manufacture hardware. We don't manufacture network devices, so we have to work with vendors to say, by the way, in your next generation of equipment, and we hope the next generation comes sooner rather than later, we would like to see this kind of performance, because this is what our customers are asking for.
Right.